Please, just let me get one more hit. Don't you fucking dare. I don't believe it. Right, you beautiful bastards. It's time to do it once again. Return to the retro days of old. And today we're going to the PlayStation 1. PlayStation 1 I didn't get until I was a little bit older. I think I was 8 or 9. And my first game on it was the game we're playing today, MediEvil. I was coming from... I think I had a Super Nintendo at my mum's and a Mega Drive at my dad's. Alright, spoiled, loved it. The PS1 was the dream. It was the 3D graphics. It was something new. Me and my younger brother, we were at my nan and granddad's one Christmas, and we were looking at the presents wrapped under the tree, and there was a suspicious looking box, and we thought, oh, surely not. Is that something your nan and granddad would get? Bit spoiled then, aren't we? We poked a hole in it because there was something sitting on top of the box, and we tried to peek inside, and it looked like the plastic cases for the games, and we were like, oh, it's a fucking PlayStation. It's a fucking PlayStation. Turns out it was a fucking PlayStation, and it was Theme Park and MediEvil. We of course got Crash Bandicoot eventually, everyone did, but MediEvil, first game I ever played on PlayStation 1. And what a game. Hard, but unique and beautiful and eerie. And what the jump from the 16 bits to the PlayStation. You know, this fully realised 3D world I'm running around in and slicing people up and in this spooky ghost medieval setting. It was perfect, and I loved it. But we never had a memory card. I don't think my nan and granddad knew about memory cards, God bless them. So we only ever did like the first 2 levels over and over and over and over and over, and then never went back to it until now. So I'm going to try, thanks to save scumming, and get further than I did when I was a kid. Enjoy. We all need to appreciate and remember the fact that this was the 90s, okay? This shit right here was hardly done before. I say hardly because I think MediEvil was 1998. So by that time, FMVs were doing okay. Don't ask me what they stand for. I cannot remember. Movie? Video? I don't know. But when I was a kid, watching this, incredible. Look at it. Look at the graphics on it. And like many people, I would say, one day, games might look as good as this. Now the trouble with that is, games look better than this now, but they take 10 years to make. So let's say you were a MediEvil fan and these were the big games, you'd get 7 in your lifetime. Well, so starting this off on a bit of a depressing note, let's just enjoy the FMV. There you have it. That freaked me out as a kid because it reminded me of Resident Evil, which I had played at far too young an age. I didn't realise as well, when I played through this, that Zarok was heading towards our hero. Poor guy. I'm assuming she didn't get what she wanted. She? Zarok? She? Or a he? It. What is that? Answers on a postcard, please. But poor Dan, I want you all to imagine that this is a non-speaking Shrek, because that's what he reminds me of. He just wants to be left alone in his little shack in a graveyard. Sorry, crypt. But, as is often the case, he's got a whole bloody backstory, which I never gave a waddle for back in the day. And it's quite an interesting one, because I just assumed he's some legendary hero who happened to get really unlucky in one battle and get taken out by the first arrow. Unfortunate. Turns out it's not the case. Here we go. The history books of Gallowmere tell of a hero, Sir Daniel Fortescue, who single-handedly halted an invasion by the zombie hordes of Zarok the Sorcerer. Sorcerer. A sorcerer's male? Or can you have male and female sorcerers? But then, history books are often known to lie. For years, Daniel Fortescue had regaled, help me out, the nobles of Gallowmere with wild tales of slain dragons and vanquished legions. The king was so impressed that he made Daniel a knight and appointed him head of the royal battalion. Of course, it was only an honorary post. Gallowmere had not seen a war in many centuries, but the king liked stories, and Dan was an excellent storyteller. He was a jester, really, wasn't he? He was just a jester. Poor guy. But then, the evil Zarok, the mad magician. Magician now. What are we, a sorcerer or a magician? What's going on here? Zarok, the mad magician, returned from years in exile, embittered and filled with wrath. Oh, there it is! He threatened to unleash an army of zombies that he had built using the darkest of magic. Zarok is a he. Oh my god, I was wandering through the whole playthrough. I'm sorry, my mind is a little blown there. I thought it was a woman. A very old bitter woman. Who maybe, you know, the king turned down one day and she was like, I ain't having this. If you won't have me, I'll have your people. Turns out it's a bloke. The king was in desperate need of a hero and knew exactly who he wanted. Sir Daniel was dragged from his bed and thrust at the front of the king's army to face a monstrous enemy. The battle commenced, and within seconds, Sir Dan fell to the ground, struck in the eye with the very first arrow fired. Oh, poor Dan. Hey, we've all got to make a living, haven't we? And he's just like, you know, in medieval times, they're hard. But the king likes me, I'm going to play on that. I'll tell him some nice stories. I know how to write, but I know how to speak. It's getting me food on the table and a drink. But then it ends up costing him his life. His wound was fatal and the army was left to fight on without him. Zarok's legions were defeated, so they didn't need him anyway, but Zarok himself was never found. Embarrassed by Dan's poor show and realising his subjects needed to feel safe, King Peregrine declared that Sir Daniel Fortescue had died in mortal combat. Seconds after killing the sinister wizard, a hero's tomb was erected to Dan, the history books inscribed with tales of his valour. Zarok was soon forgotten, a lost character in history plays, but Zarok himself never forgot. He lay in hiding, creating a bigger, stronger army of mutated monsters. 100 years later, His scheming complete, Zarok returned. It's a bit of a long game, MediEvil. I'm going to try and condense it as much as I can, but we are going to attempt to collect every chalice, because I do not want the bad ending for dear old Dan. So we have to kill enough zombies in each level, go back and collect the chalice like that. Chalices are not always as easy to find as that one, but we get it and then we get the hell out of there. And that allows us to go to the Hall of Heroes, where poor Dan is not that well regarded. But we're going to change that.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and it can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards.
See what I mean? He's basically Shrek. Get on with it.
Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone.
I mean, how does Canny Tim get a statue in the Hall of Heroes?
Goodbye, sir.
And we don't. Also, the Hall of Heroes is very Viking, isn't it? Was Vikings still a thing in medieval times? I couldn't say. But we'd got what we came for. And then I got a little bit confused. I didn't know how to leave the Hall of Heroes. So I was stuck running around for a little while. And for those who have never played the game before, or if they have and they don't remember, just watch how ridiculous it is. Because I tried many a time and nothing seemed to work. I mean, how ridiculous is that? I've cut that to make it easier for all of you, because we'd have been here all day. Why not just do it when it gets to the platform? Give me some sort of light or something. Absolutely nothing. I couldn't believe it. So here we are on to the Mario 64 first level. You can see where they got their inspiration from.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me.
You can't tell me that's not a
late,
woman.
Fortescue. Already my
With her
army
hips on
has
it.
risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
Yeah, it's always the intimidating enemies back in the day, wasn't it? So yeah, Mario 64. And we all know I struggle with jumping mechanics. But things start off well. And I think, you know, maybe it's just 2D. I've got this. I'm getting up this hill. That almost caught me out. Didn't know the significance of the different coloured ones until they almost fell on my head. But I'm still here. Trying to get the chest. Copper shield. Was it worth it? Probably not. But we're still on our way. Ow. We're still on our way. Leave it. Ow. Just said it weren't worth it. But we're still on our way. Ow. Ow. It's fine. Keep going. Ow. Ow. Doesn't matter, we got there. It's not about how many times you get hit. It's about how you get hit. And you keep moving forward. Or so Rocky once said. And once we'd killed the statues, or once they'd imploded, we came upon this little area. I set myself on fire, and I couldn't figure out what the hell I was supposed to do. But apparently it is witch's cauldron or coven, whatever you want to call it, can't remember. And I need to collect something from there. Which basically just summoned a load of these buggers. But we get it. We get the chalice, a bit of gold, and the witch's talisman, which was in the corner there. Don't worry, I did pick it up. And we return. That is chalice number 2. We are off. Now what's this one got to say? Are you better than Canny Tim?
Hurrah!
Oh, it is Canny Tim.
I knew it would take more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strider. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
Thanks, Canny Tim. Appreciate it. And now, off to the Hilltop Mausoleum. And I made a bit of a mistake on this run, but we'll get there. Because these things were bloody annoying. Awful noise. And I couldn't seem to deal with them without them getting some hits off, which is very frustrating. Come on, Dan, you're better than this. You're embarrassing me, Dan. That'll do, Dan, that'll do. And I'm quite proud of myself here. I figured out pretty early doors. Listen, you had to be there, alright? I can quite clearly see now that there's a light shining through this one. But I was impressed with myself nonetheless, that I'd figured out that this opened up another area downstairs. And here was this funky monster's heart, which we smash open and releases some form of boss. I don't know why, but this is where the mistake began. So for those who have played the game, I didn't realise that when you kill the boss, beautiful boss, isn't it? It leaves the level. It leaves the level. And let me tell you, these levels are not short. And I had to do the whole thing again later on to come back to the chalice. I can't tell you how heartbroken I was. I think I might have given up on the game, or maybe collecting the chalices there and then, if it wasn't for this YouTube channel. But here he is, killing Voldo from Soul Calibur. Well done, Dan. They got nothing on you. You just got unlucky with that arrow. Down he goes. Now why? Why not let me walk off? Why do that? No Hall of Heroes. Absolutely heartbroken. So I went back. Eventually. And sorted it all out. Now that we have the key, we return to the graveyard, hence the title, and we use the key from the monster from the mausoleum, which leads us to my least favourite boss in this game. Absolute madness, but at least we get the chalice. That's unfortunate. This is the most ridiculous fight I've ever had in my life. 2 of them, they disappear. I can't hit the bastard things, and I had to restart it so many times. Hardest boss in the game for me. I couldn't figure out any rhythm or how you're supposed to hit them, slow them. I've got no traps I can use. I can't tell you how I did that. I think I just got lucky. I tried to waz the controls a little bit and just hit them on the sly the second they become invisible. Invisible? Is that uninvisible? Well, here we go.
Ah, Fortescue! What's this I hear about that archcad Zarog still being alive? Thought you killed the fella.
Oh, poor Dan.
Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny Zombie's a bit more of a handful than you
Johnny
remember.
Zombie?
How are you doing for
Are we in
weapons?
World War One? Is he an old Tommy soldier?
Here, take my warhammer.
This is
It'll
medieval
smash
times.
anything and it won't
I mean,
fall
don't get
apart
me
like
wrong.
a club.
He strikes me
I
a
only
lot
ever
more
get
as
to
a
use it
hero
cracking
than
walnuts
old
around this
Canny
place.
Tim. But he's in the wrong decade.
Nonsense,
He's in the wrong
Fortescue.
millennium. No.
I won't take no
No,
for
he's
an
still in the
answer.
right millennium.
Knock a few heads
Definitely the
for
wrong,
old Spaniard
century
I'm
there.
sure, eh?
But I do like the hammer. Look, Mjolnir. No, wait, no, that's just our achievements. I was going to say that's more Viking stuff, but that's not actually connected to the game. I'll let them off. A lot of fun with this. I never reached this as a kid. Never got this far. I think it's because we didn't have the memory cards. So you just kind of replayed the first and second levels over and over and over and over. That's freaky, isn't it? I'm assuming that's just a graphics glitch. Anyway, this is where the map opened up a little bit and you could choose a couple of areas. And I decided to go here. I thought, hey, scarecrows sound cool. I've got a warhammer. What are they going to do against me? Well, turns out they're the hardest enemies on the game. Couldn't hit them for toffee. Do no damage to them. And these stupid pesky crows wouldn't leave me alone. I couldn't figure out how to move the cart. I didn't know where else to go. And look at it. It was just screen overload. And I'm dead. Or Dan's dead. What happens if you're dead and you die? Well, lucky for Dan, we have save states. So I decided we'll leave the scarecrows for now because that was ridiculous. It was like a sudden jump in difficulty because the other levels, except for that stupid boss, you're like, well, you know, I'm pretty much in control. I can learn how to move and swing my sword a little bit better. But then these bloody square crows. So we go to this level and we summon this cheeky salt.
Who has summoned the
Hello,
witch
darling.
of the forest? Oh, it is you, Sir Fortescue.
Are you flirting with Dan?
Forgive me, my lord. I have never met a real
No, you have now.
hero.
Come here, girl. Oh, sorry, Dan.
Forgive me, just an old lady's little joke. In truth, I am glad to see you, Sir Fortescue. I need 7 pieces of amber that are hidden in the ants'
Always
nest.
someone else's job,
Bring them
innit?
to me, and I can grant you a special
Do you not know who I am?
reward. I will only offer you this quest this once.
I'm the guy
Are you
that can
willing to
tell
give it a try?
good stories to the king.
Sorry, didn't I mention I'd have to shrink you to the
No,
size
you
of
didn't,
an
but it was
insect?
kind of implied
Now
when
hurry
you said you
back.
needed amber from the ant's nest. Oh, poor Dan. You'll be alright on the night, mate.
Run, little man. If the master found it now, he would crush it like a bag.
You're giving it for you, just stuck inside an ant's nest.
Hark! We can hear the soldier ants approaching. Onward and meet your tiny nemesis.
Here's where things get a little bit weird.
Thank you for releasing me, sir. My people wish
Again,
only to live
it's
out
like a really
lives in
cockney
blissful
bloke
harmony with nature.
who's done
But alas,
60 years in
the
a
wicked
mine
Ant Queen has
and
many of us
70
in
years of
prison.
smoking.
Rescue my people, Mr. Fortescue, and you will be richly rewarded.
It's like a fever dream. What is that thing? That's supposed to be a fairy. That is no fair. Look at that face. That is fucking
Here we
horrifying.
are. I shall open the entrance for you.
Oh no.
These fireflies are my friends. They will light your way through the darkness.
Well, thanks,
below.
but I mean, what the fuck is this? I don't ever want to see that thing again. Now, if the level before was my least favourite boss, this maze was my least favourite level. I got lost. There's probably about an hour, maybe 2 hours of footage of me running around these tunnels, completely lost. But I did the quest. I got the amber. I freed those weird cockney fairies, and then I had to fight this thing. Which, to be fair, once I'd figured out my Warhammer that I loved it is absolutely useless against it, it became a lot easier. Look at that. Just spam your crossbow. And now we're back with the weird cockney fairy and the very flirty witch.
Bless me, if it isn't Daniel, Lord of the Ants. Hold still, and I'll remove the shrink
Yeah,
spell.
you better, cheeky.
Oh, lovely, lovely Amber. Here you are, Sir Knight. A wart-covered and cabbage-smelling old crone I may be, but
Alright,
I
well, that's put
always
me off a
keep
little
my
bit.
promises. I grant you my reward.
Now, let me tell you, when she gave me that chicken drumstick, after spending 2 hours in that ridiculous area, I was very pissed off.
As a reward, I can grant you passage to the Hall of Heroes. I've never been there myself, but I've heard
I
they've got
can't
a
stop
free
staring at his
bar.
eyes. This is the freakiest thing I've ever seen. I'm literally going to have nightmares about that. Cockney fairies.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack by now, but I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
Well, thank you very much, Cockney Tommy. This better be worth my time. That'll do. So, we go back to the Scarecrow Fields. Now, admittedly, I did look this up online. You're going to have to forgive me. But it turns out, the chicken drumsticks, pretty fucking good. I mean, honestly, who thinks this stuff up? And why does it turn them into a used roast chicken? Now, unfortunately, I didn't carry on with that level because I realised I was missing something else. So I went back to the Enchanted Garden where we saw the witch and the Cockney Fairy, because I hadn't actually done that level yet. I was getting myself in a right little tiz because some people seem to like being able to go in all different directions. Me, no, give me something a bit more linear. You're confusing me. And here I am again, struggling. Oh, struggling with jumping situations. What is it? I thought it was just 2D. But you know what? This is 3D, but it's harsh D. Do you know what I mean? There's such jagged, pixelated edges that it's hard to tell where you are and what's going on. And then we've got old Tim Burton bird coming down and trying to take me out. Look at it. You never see any of his body. It's just Beetlejuice naked, isn't it? Don't ask me why the Warhammer can't crack a couple of eggs, but apparently we can roll them. Come on, Dan. Now we're talking. It's impossible to dodge that, as far as I know, unless anyone can give me some advice. But if it swoops in, you're getting hit regardless of where you are. Anyway, we get the rune, and I continue on with the level. Alright, fair enough. So, I'd buggered it up again. I thought I'd done the level earlier. I must have cocked up again somewhere. I clearly didn't get the chalice. I didn't do the sheep music. So I had to go back to that mausoleum level once again.
Fortescue, you jawless
What?
arrow magnet! What are you doing back here? What? Call me Mr. Woden the Mighty.
Cheeky
How
bastard.
I pity the people of Gallowmere.
Do you not know who
that
you're
their
talking
fate
to?
should once again be in the hands of a chump,
A chump?
like you. Still, I suppose it's not fair to take it out on them. Take my sword, and do try not to stab yourself in the
Alright,
foot.
this guy's testing
You
my
know,
patience.
I've always had my doubts about you, Fortescue. You're just not carved from hero
I
material.
will show him. Don't you worry, Dan. That's what I said. To be fair, he does give us a pretty cool item. Very happy with the broadsword. That's it. Give it a couple of swishes, Dan. Have a bit of fun with it, mate. And you're not going to believe it. I went back to the Scarecrow level. Got the trophy. And now we're back with this knob.
By God, Fortescue, you must be the luckiest
Skill.
corpse ever to walk the face
That's
of the
what it is.
earth. I have something here I can lend to you. Take it or leave it, but remember, I'm only doing this for the sake of Gallomere's doomed population, and not for you, you gangly buffoon.
This guy. Who do you think you are? You're a fucking statue. I get to move around. I'm the chosen one. But we finally make a bit of headway. And the pumpkin gorge was just a bit more ridiculousness back and forth, and I got lost looking for the chalice. And I have to say, I googled it, alright? Turns out you had to smash this innocuous wall in a tunnel. Go
Look at
figure.
you running around in your bones, Fortescue. You're so nouveau dead. I, Ravenhooves, last prince of the centaurs, have not galloped the earth in over 10,000 years.
Wow, that's quite a swanky voice he's got on him.
Do yourself a favor, Fortescue. Take my longbow. More powerful than a crossbow.
More powerful
The option of flaming
crossbow.
arrows, it is truly
He
the
does look
weapon
like a
of
hero
men.
though, doesn't he? Don't take this the wrong way, but I'd like to ride him.
Congratulations! You don't quite have my breeding, Mr. Johnny Come Lately, but there's hope for you yet.
What, are you flirting with me? And he gave me his long bow. Cheeky. we continue? The Pumpkin King. We will be calling him Jack. I wonder if it's the same cheeky one as last time. What a little salt she was. Oh, good God!
Greetings, kind sir. I am the Pumpkin Witch. I'm like a mother to those pumpkins. I give them all the love and care
Oh,
young
my
fruit
goodness.
could ever ask for. From the moment they first push a shoot above the soil, right up until their heads are cut off and eaten. And look, see how they repay me, running around.
That's
and causing
absolutely
mischief.
terrifying.
That nasty
Is
old
she
big
wearing
pumpkin
glasses?
Has a bad influence on the young seedlings.
I didn't like that at all. Bring back the old witch, I say. Anyway, we have to do what we're told, don't we? Don't want to mess with the witches. So we go around, popping all the pumpkins, and taking out these things. I don't know what the pods are for. And I'm pretty sure the crates here that I've just smashed, you're supposed to save for the boss. But I like to think I handled the boss pretty well. It was actually one of the easier ones for me. Nothing like those stupid invisible dogs. Absolute ridiculousness. Fucking hell, that one took a beating, didn't it? But here we go. It's Jack, the Pumpkin King. When I saw that health bar, I thought I was in trouble. But look at that long bow. He didn't stand a chance. Thank God for the flirty centaur. It's like a burger. So once we've done
A most edifying
her bidding,
spectacle, sir. Man and vegetable in a magnificent duel to the death. Oh, I've come
no,
over
you
to
need to
that.
stop flirting as well,
Here,
alright?
have
The other
this
one,
lovely
that's who we're
dragon
saving
gem
ourselves
as your
for.
reward. Oh, lovely majestic creatures, dragons.
Yes, they are. We get the Dragon's Gem, which is very significant for later on. And look at that! That is, I hate to say... No, did I Google that? Do you know, I can't remember. But I was looking for ages before going to talk to that witch.
Dan.
Hello.
Dan. Tell me, what's a warrior queen gotta do
Xena?
to meet someone like you? Don't be shy.
I wouldn't be shy for you.
baby. I've seen you giving me the eye. You may
Just
be
the
weak
one.
and feeble like old men, but I like you, Daniel. Oh, I love a man who doesn't
Oh,
talk
you naughty
back.
girl.
I think if you return, I may take you for my husband.
Okay, well, calm down there.
Now listen up, sugar. Your bow and arrows are fine for itty-bitty jobs, but if you want to pack some serious heat, you should take this spear.
I can tell you right now,
Think of me when you throw
I
it.
never got the chance to think of her. Because that spear was never seen again. The sleeping village is where things started to get quite interesting. Oh, looks like wobbats. Now, this is the town from the start of the game.
Poor villagers. The master possesses
And this
them.
is a
mustn't
lesson
hurt them. Hurt guards,
in
though.
not listening.
They seek out an object of great power.
Because that went right over my head. And I'm thinking, PS1, I'll kill anyone and everything that's in front of me. Game's not going to give me something wrong to kill. And I'm not having some freaky ass dull looking girl coming at me. Apparently it was a good soul. I love that noise.
Hurry, comrades, tear this
And it's
place
always
apart.
the Russians, isn't it? The evil ones. But once we find the gold and then the, what do they call it? The mask? That's not right. Cast! Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. We come to this ridiculousness. I jumped on this thing so many times and nothing happened. And I thought, well, I'm clearly doing something wrong. So I Googled it. And Google said you have to do it 15 times. That didn't work. I did that 18 times. And then it created the crucifix. Why 18? What random number? Anyway, we get the safe key. Now here is big mistake number 2. I completely forget about the safe key. Again, not concentrating. Does that look like a safe to you? I think I was thinking maybe that's a wardrobe. And I'll smash it a few times with my warhammer. Nothing happened, obviously. I didn't realise I had to use the fucking safe key. So even though we got to go to the Hall of Heroes, I had to do the whole level.
Hey,
again.
Mr. Fortescue, I want to talk
Oh.
with you. If this Zorak's so bad, why'd you get to go back? Why'd you of all people, Fortescue?
He's a bit feisty, isn't he?
It should be I, Blood Monathe, Skull Cleaver. When I lived, always I had a pile of slain strewn around me. You spend most of your time
is that
organizing
accent?
and changing of the guard and playing croquet with the king.
You tell him, Dan.
Still, I lend you my axe. You swing her, you throw her. She thirsts for a slaughter as much as I.
Mucho gracho. What is that accent?
Drink deep of demon blood, my proud beauty.
Now, look at this. I could not believe that axe came back to me after watching the God of War videos. We're talking about the modern God of War with the Leviathan axe, and the developers talking about how difficult it was to program the axe to always come back to them. Excuse me. PS1 did it 20 years ago. Can't be that hard. Well, they just are so ahead of their time. Oh,
I live for laughter. I live for
hated
the crowd.
this guy.
Without it, I am nothing.
I got stuck on this bit for so long. You had to time it. Certain ones turn quicker than others, and you had to get all the gold ones facing the middle. And the controls and the swinging, and you'd miss. Oh, I could have cried. I could have cried. I can't tell you how frustrated I was getting in that
Yes,
section.
it was a clown. Very clever, I'm sure. Return in haste, Sir Knight, for I wish to see the despair on your face when you hear my next
Oh, don't
critique
you worry,
of
there was
her.
plenty of despair.
Face like a tree, skin like the sea, a great beast I be, yet vermin
Right,
frighten
an
me.
elephant. We know that's an elephant. Here is an elephant. No matter what I do, nothing happens. Don't worry, you don't need to tell me. Mice. We all know. I don't know if that's an old wives' tale, but elephants are scared of mice, just like humans are scared of spiders. We are scared of small things. But nothing fucking happened. I couldn't move the mice. I went everywhere else to see if I'd missed something. I did pick up the hand token thing. I don't know if that did anything, but I went back and I pressed a button. Are you kidding
My
me?
bluff. I pretended that riddle was hard, but in truth it was obviously an elephant. This time, however, I almost pity you. The answer to my next vexing enigma has eluded the finest minds of a whole
Yeah, we've never
generation.
met Dan before.
Come to me.
So, got the damn chalice, but we still had to get out of here.
You think you're so clever, don't you? Here you are, Sir Clever Clogs. I grant you free passage through my
Cheeky.
maze. Find your own way out.
So, you come across this chessboard, I'm assuming. The pieces are moving. It's pretty cool. And you figure out pretty early that giving it a whack moves the pieces. And there are colours on the floor, which represents the colours on the board. Pretty self-explanatory, right? So we move the pieces in place, and then I'm stuck with this one. And it does not move. And I'm thinking, have I missed something here? Do I have to go back and do something else? And you can see I spent quite a bit of time on it. And then it suddenly moved. Like the elephant all over again. It's just trying to piss me off. Now this is a night.
Ah, Herr Fortescue. You
That's good, yeah? He said it.
This is good. People say to me, Stungart, what do you think of this sword or that axe? But I say to them,
Man.
Modern warfare is a question of science, the science of shields. I think maybe you should take my shield, yeah? It is magic, Herr Fortescue. Some say it is better to have a magic sword than a magic shield, but I say to use it because it's rubbish.
Well, he's very excitable. All right, mate.
So long as you use it properly, the shield
I
will
don't
make
use
you
them properly, that's the problem.
invincible.
Exactly, Dan. Exactly that. I've picked up many a shields, not used them once, and it's, you know, look, you look lovely, but you're pointless. This is where I belong. And straight away you dropped in the bloody madness. That's the start of the level. Boom, you're in. And, you know, alright, maybe the shield would have come in handy. But to be honest with you, never really figured out how to use it. I know you can do the dash button, but it just didn't seem very effective to me. But I was quite impressed with how many enemies would come on the screen and they'd all do the red sprites coming out of them. And it slowed down a little bit. You could see the game starting to lag. Like here. Look at them all. Cool, it must be like 10 FPS there. And then it speeds up when you kill them all. But impressive nonetheless.
By heck,
It's very Tim Burton, isn't it?
That Zarek tried to force me to hand over the shadow artifact. He means to release the demons from their tomb under the enchanted
Mate, it's
fog.
Sean Bean.
But I said to him, I said, "You can't touch me, you lanky windbag. I'm the mayor." Aye, that told him. But then he had me locked up in here with all these nutters. Oh, it's been terrible. I haven't managed to get a word of sense out of anyone in weeks.
Yeah, you said I'm done.
Right. Well, I'll see myself out, thanks. You have a good look around, lad. Zarek's left some stuff lying about that I think you might find useful.
Yep, the second dragon's gem, which is very important. So we'll leave Sean Bean for now and go see the Hall of Heroes. Let's see what this knob's got to say this time.
Oh, Danielle, I've got something here I can give you, but I've no idea what it is. Do you fancy a little gamble, like?
I feel guilty for saying knob now. I forgot it wasn't that one. It was the other one. What's he giving me? It's actually a pretty good weapon. Unlike the spear, which was never used again. So, like I said, forgot the stupid safe, and I'm telling you that was probably the longest level. Just to go back, get that safe, use the stupid key, that was not a safe. Can we all agree that's not a safe? Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. And then we release the shadow demons. I'm still not sure the plot point behind that. I don't know why. Shadow talisman. It's got to be it, isn't it, right? These guys hit hard, moved fast, and did a lot of damage. And I did fuck all. But we get there. We get there. Use the Shadow Talisman and then participate in this ridiculous boss, which took far too long for my liking, and I thought I'm getting the hang of it, and then the platform would move and I'd fall off and I'd have to start again, over and over and over. But thank God for those flaming arrows. Finally got there in the end. It's pretty when it's dead. Ugh. Well done, Dan. Let's go to the Hall of Heroes. Was this the knob?
10,000 courses for this guy. I bet money you be back pushing all daisies by now. Hey, I have something here for you. You like it very much? You want?
What is that accent? Where is my brain taking me? Why can't I figure it out? What is that character? I've heard it somewhere. Someone please help me. Come on, down, off we go. Get another chalice. Bit of money. That's unfortunate. Honestly, I'm not doing these things on purpose, right? It's these jagged, pixelated edges, and you look like you're going to make it like that. Why is he slidden off the edge there? And you think, oh, I'm getting it. Does it again. What is this madness? The frustration was too much. I honestly think the frame skips and it doesn't register you jumping. Yep, that's a very clever save. fuck off. And I knew they would do that. I just knew it. I'm trying to hit them. Nothing seems to work. And what the fuck is that? Just pushes me off the edge. Couldn't get away from it. But we continue fighting the Fat Tin Men so we can get the chalice and go and see the Bone Man.
I am the boat.
The boat
It is I
man.
who ferry lost souls on their final journey to the land of the dead. But hold, have we not met before? Sir Daniel Fortescue, not you too. Thanks to Zarok's meddlings, I'm up to my eye sockets in lost souls who've woken from the eternal sleep. Business hasn't been this brisk since before they invented sanitation.
Oh, lovely.
Look, if you help me to gather up a boatload of 8 lost souls and bring them here, I'll drop you off at the sunken town.
Everybody wants something, don't they? I can't, look, we're already dead. Why can't you just give me a lift? You're already on the boat. I mean, lucky for him, we already had what he needed, but still. Don't be such a knob. Probably doesn't have one, right?
Oh, Danielle. I've got something here I can give you, but I've no
Danielle.
idea what it is. Do you fancy a little gamble, like?
Oh, he's a bit saucy, isn't he? He does give good items. None of the rubbish treasure. This was a very frustrating level that I had to do many times because those eye things look like barnacles. If you attack them, they don't spawn the enemies you need to kill to fill the chalice. Very frustrating. And I didn't find that out until I got to the end of the level and the chalice was stuck on 95%, and I'm desperately running around looking for anyone, and they do not come. Don't know what the significance is of the swimming elephant. What's that all about? I thought it looked pretty cool though. Here we go, Dan. And off we pop.
All right, Dan, man. How you doing? Now then, have you got yourself a magic sword?
Is that a Geordie or a Scouse?
What? Daniel, man,
Geordie.
you can't go into battle against an army of
Geordie.
undead without a magic sword. Here, take mine. You'll never have to sharpen another blade, or my name's not Dick Steadfast. It's not
No
enough
way,
just
that's
to have a
Scouse.
magic shield, you know, no matter what that soft ticky stern card says.
Did they have the Scouse accent in medieval
Good lad.
times?
Why I'd sooner go into
I don't know
battle
what the
with a
accent was in
teeth
medieval
than
times.
carry that weedy Gale's shield of his.
But this is without a doubt the best weapon in the game. Very happy I got this. And the crystal caves, we finally find a use for the dragon's gems.
Aha! Prepare yourself, little man. I shall roast the flesh from your bones.
And here we fight
Well, in that case,
Sean
I will
Connery.
block out both your eyes.
who I'm sure actually voiced a dragon in his career.
I'm just going to give you a good
What was the
hiding.
name of that film? Oh, I've lost it. But this was fairly easy. And this is what I don't understand, because I feel like the bosses at the start were too hard. And then towards the end, they were a hell of a lot easier. Not just because you got more equipment, but the mechanics were easier. Like this. You just move to the platform that's next to him and hit the floor.
I yield. I really can't.
I'm still on fire.
Don't do that for. Here, take this dragon potion and leave me alone. Drink it when you need it. It gives you armor that is impervious to heat. Plus, it lets you breathe fire. Now go away.
Well, thank you very much. And that's it, the dragon armor. Can't finish the game without dragon armor. And here we go again. Another montage of failing at jumping. Until I figure out to go a little bit slower, move the camera properly. What a joke.
Daniel, there you are. I was so worried about you.
Oh, well, you're lovely.
I know you have the heart of a hero, Daniel. Now we must show the
Oh,
others.
bless her.
Would you like to take my magic lightning bolts? I don't have many, but they're very powerful.
Well, I don't mind if I do.
Off you pop then, and keep your chin up. Oops, sorry, Daniel. Now take care.
Oh, that was a low blow, wasn't it?
Galamir are depending on you.
Never used it. But bless her anyway. And there we go. Dragon armor. Got us through the fire. Take out these hangmen. Find the item that we need. And get the chalice.
Oh, Danielle, I've got something here I can give you, but I've no idea what it is. Do you fancy a little gamble, like?
Always. Do you know, I don't think it was until that moment that I realised when you pick them up, they give you an extra life. I just don't notice things, you know? So yeah, this level, I did fall down the trapdoor. Did all of that, don't you worry. Got the crown.
Sir Fortescue,
and this is the guy.
Noblest of my courtiers, bravest of my captains.
Thank you.
That we should meet at such a dark hour, with the fate of this realm lying once again in your hands.
He loved us.
Good God.
He thought we were a proper
Fortescue.
hero.
What's happened to your jaw?
Happens to the best of us.
Bad luck, old man. Now look, Zarok's army of shadow demons hide beneath us within this very mountain. They prepare as we speak to invade fair Galomir. If we are to thwart his plans, we must bring down the castle on top of them. We must unleash the lava behind the floodgates. I can take you to the gate's control lever, but you alone can pull it. Of course, it's a highly dangerous mission, even for a dead man. I dare say that when that fiend sees what you've done, he'll make sure you spend eternity in the most unspeakable torment. But then, I know these things mean nothing to a man of your iron will. Eh, Fortescue?
He still believes, doesn't he? He still believes. But you believe in yourself, Dan. We've come a long way. You've got all these chalices. You've killed all these demons. You're well on your way. Have a bit of faith in yourself. You don't need a jaw. Just to stiff up a lip. I didn't realise either that we were bringing down the castle to stop the demons coming out. I glossed over it. Listen, I don't mean to, alright? Sometimes I'm just tired. But I did this section twice because I couldn't figure this bit out and I ran out of time. Didn't get the chalice and it was game over. And I did this, that's fine, but I couldn't figure out the next bit. I'm running around, I'm like, okay, I've smashed it, now what? And I do what I normally do, I run around, spam some buttons, and hope for the best. And the best is what we got. Seems pretty pointless for the original catapult, doesn't it?
Well, hello, stranger. I've got
Hello,
a little
darling.
present for you. Why don't you shut your eye and hold out your hands?
You naughty girl. That's the worst present I've ever seen in my life. 2 green nipples. Now, what were developers on in the 90s? Because at least every other cutscene kind of falls within the realms of what's going on in the game. What is this? Why did a catapult fling us out to here, and why did we suddenly get chased by a random fat dragon? I told you, Shrek. Sort of dragon can't fly. Certainly not a dragonfly. And then off we go to a flying ship in the sky. I mean, why not? Why not? It was the 90s. Yeah, I know. Look at all the jumping sections. Believe you me, I fell a million times. But we're running out of time.
Captain, I thought you ought to know we have a stowaway on board.
I've never heard such a posh first mate in all my life.
Good.
Supposed to be a pirate.
That scurvy dog.
That's more like it, thank you.
By his bowels.
Yon Yardum by his bowels.
Really
What's a Yon Yardum?
Couldn't we just give him a good tongue lashing and drop him off at the next port?
You naughty boy.
Look, there's not a man jack on this ship who wouldn't keel-haul his own grandmother for the silver in her hair. There'll be no tongue lashing. Bring the landlubber to me and I'll tear him a new orifice.
Right. He means business. And I'm not taking that sort of shit from anyone. So he's going down. I say going down. This fight went on for far too long, but we are just going to skip ahead because I couldn't find the rhythm and I couldn't hit him, and those stupid things kept coming back to life. Perseverance. There's no perseverance on this bit, however. You tell me what's going on here. What more can I do? I'm right next to the damn platform. Just move on to the platform. What is he doing? Why was that so difficult? You better have something good.
You are back, Herr Fortescue. I think this is because of my shield, yeah? But I have something else I can give to you. Something you may find very interesting.
I don't believe you. It's going to be gold, isn't it? It's gold. Just don't need any more gold. Another magic sword might do. So it turns out the flying pirate ship, which I can only assume is what's on the walls there, takes us to Zarok's lair, which is the place that you saw at the start of the game.
Hey, Danny man, how's that sword bearing up? I told you it was
And now we're
magic
back to
great.
the
I've got
Geordie
something here I
Scouse.
can give yous, but I've no idea what it is. Do you fancy your chances, like?
It's a pretty short level. In fact, the minute the game stops giving you different directions to go in, it becomes pretty linear. Some people don't like that. I don't like it in modern games. Didn't mind it here because things were starting to take a long old time. And collecting those 20 chalices, bit of a ball ache. But that train, here we are. I was stuck here forever. I'm moving this thing round and I'm going to where it's pointing and I'm thinking, I can't get on. There's absolutely nothing I can do here. How am I supposed to get on the train? How am I supposed to make the train move? Nothing I did was working. Look, lined it up, nothing. What do I do? That's the only one where the platform goes down. So you think, well, this must be the right spot, right? It must be. But nothing happens. And it's one of them. It's like, unless you know already, you just don't know. How do I get this train to go? Nothing is working. I've tried absolutely everything. I thought I was onto it with the dragon armour. I thought that makes sense. I needed it. Maybe I need to just kick off the ignition. Nothing. And then I had to Google it. You know what Google said? Just jump on it. Just jump on the fucking train. I didn't know you could jump on the bloody train from there. I thought the platform was raised. That was not obvious to me. And then this poxy thing. Let me tell you now, I didn't figure it out. But I did get the chalice. How did I get the chalice? Pure fucking luck. I'm telling you, I did how it's laid out now and it didn't work. I think I'm just unlucky. Anyway, off we pop. Back to the Hall of Heroes.
You prove us all wrong. Maybe it is destined to be a hero. Maybe it can defeat Zarok. The people of Gallowmere may never know of your past mistakes, and you will indeed be remembered as the people's hero. Your time in
I was always the
exile
people's
is
hero,
over.
thank you very much.
Welcome to your new home, Sir Daniel Fortescue.
Oh, bless him. Dan, we've made it, mate. You've redeemed yourself. You've made your name. And here you are. You got your own statue. You deserve it. Don't ever doubt yourself again.
Daniel, thank goodness you're still safe. I have a gift I can give to you, but sadly, I can't say how useful you will find it.
Better not be fucking gold. Oh, it's 3 green nipples. Brilliant. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're on our way to Zarok. We've come a long way to get this far. And poor Daniel took an arrow to... Oh, that's unfortunate. Took an arrow to the eye. And now he finally redeems himself.
My old nemesis, so we meet again. I see that a century spent as worm food has done nothing to diminish your naive obsession with the freedom of Gallowmere.
Is it me or does he talk too fast? I was going to say she again. I can't believe that's a bloke. Now this poxy section, couldn't figure out for the life of me. Again, Google was a big help. So it turns out...
Prepare to attack, my warriors. I want the dogs gnawing marrow from those bones within the hour. Ah! What is that, Fortescue?
Yeah, don't you worry. Turns out, us collecting the chalices gave us our own warriors to fight back. But nowhere did the game say what I was supposed to do next. I just thought, oh, it's an automatic win, lovely. But if you stand there and do nothing, your army eventually loses. There are 2 boxes over here, just no rhyme, no reason. One of them's got good lightning in it. What the fuck is good lightning? And I'm thinking, alright, maybe I'll use that to attack the enemies. And I'm going, no, it's attacking my own men.
You always were fortunate in battle, Fortescue.
Googled it. Turns out I'm not attacking my own men. That's healing them. So I reloaded. Did the whole fucking thing again. And then it was round 2. I don't know who this guy is. There as Zarok's secret lover. A lot of health. And a shield. Because why not? There was a lot of this. It took a very long time. Until I figured out that the bows, everything else was shit. But the magic sword just chunked the crap out of his health.
Okay.
So I spammed
Right
it.
then, that's it. I've just about had enough of your meddling.
Well, come on then, Zarok.
Where is that spell? Ah, yes. No, not that spell. Oh. Oh, not right now.
I don't know what was going on there.
Aha! Now I have it.
Now, if the fairies were a fever dream, I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but that is horrifying. Looks like something out of Samurai Jack.
The mighty Zarok. So prepare to die, Fortescue.
Yeah. Not the easiest of fights, but still easier than those stupid invisible dogs. It was just figuring out timing and waiting until he, not she, stands up so you can attack her like this. And look how low her health is. Look how low mine is. Had to start the whole fucking thing again. It took a long time. But my god, we defeated Zarok.
Curse you, Sir Knight.
Can you believe it?
Finally defeated. Yet if I am to fail, then all shall perish. You are doomed, Fortescue. You will never leave this domain.
We'll see about that. Take that. Well done, Dan. I'm proud of you. You're not a bad guy. You were just a good storyteller. You redeemed yourself. You made yourself a hero. Now let's enjoy the ending. I'll be honest with you. When he laid down here, I felt a little bit emotional. I couldn't tell you why. Maybe because I was back to my childhood again, and I thought, oh, bless him. He finally did what he was supposed to do, fulfilled what he needed to fulfill, and he could finally rest back in his crypt. The world was safe. But because of all he did, he awoke in the Hall of Heroes. Bless him. don't know where that was in the fucking game, but we'll let him off. Look at him. He's so happy now. And he deserves it. I've grown quite attached to dear old Dan, or the Bones Shrek, however you want to see it. The world is safe. You rest, my friend. You've earned it. And there we go. This one I can't quite believe I completed, because it took about 7 hours. It's quite a long game. So I'm sorry for the length of the video. It was quite hard to compress 7 hours into an hour and 20 minutes. We've managed it. And as always, to my younger self, you are welcome. Because I remember that moment when you played it for the first time after coming from a Super Nintendo or the Mega Drive at your dad's, and your nan and granddad get you a PS1. You can't wait to experience these 3D graphics. You don't have a memory card, and you load up MediEvil for the first time. What a sight. All the colours, the noises, the atmosphere. Nothing like it. Magical. So you're very welcome. I think I was 8, 9 at that stage. So my younger self, yep, you're very welcome. We've done it. We've made it. We beat it. And Dan has regained his honour. And if any of you magnificent bastards are still here at this stage, well, guess what? I grant you 10 years good luck. That's just for you, because you've made it this far. But as always, once again, thanks for stopping by. It's been emotional.